Microsoft recently had their Xbox Game Showcase where they showed Halo. Now, they showed quite a lot of Halo, and they showed more than I expected. So we're going to do a little breakdown here, and I'm going to talk about my thoughts on Halo, because I've been a fan of Halo since Combat Evolved. I've played every game multiple times, and what can I say? I love the franchise. It's such an interesting universe filled with interesting characters and places. And this is another Master Chief story. This is what people have been wanting for a while. And it looks like we're getting what we want. Now, I'm going to talk about everything in this video, including everything that's been said about the game and, what the developers have said about the game, what Aaron Greenberg has said about the game, because I waited for developers to actually clarify things before the video. So, the demo opens up with Chief and the pilot crash landing on the ring. Now, seemingly this probably takes place after the events of the last Halo Infinite trailer where, Chief was leaving to fight, and I have a feeling that this guy's going to play a big part. Apparently he will, and I have a suspicion that he helps you upgrade your suit over time, because there's a lot of small things about this gameplay that I kind of picked up on, and there's a lot of cool things in this. Now, I must say this game has the transition, I've never seen the Halo games do a cutscene, gameplay transition quite this smooth before, because this is just butter smooth. Like, I've seen a lot of games do this, and a lot of games have been doing this for years, but Halo, like, in 4K 60 frames per second, these huge open vistas, it's impressive. What can I say? Now, the Combat Evolved assault rifle, people wanting back, this is very much in the Halo Reach style, and personally, I like it. It sounds good, it sounds like it's got power, and everything just has a clean look in the game. Next up, Sprint. Yes, Sprint is back, but I have noticed that they have slowed it down. Personally, I like Sprint just because it feels like, it feels like a more modern game. The Warthog looks like it controls beautifully, and drifting is back. It's been around for a long time, but sometimes you can't get it right. The map. Now, here's the cool thing. The mini-map shows a lot of stuff. There's a lot of different area markers where you can go to, and you can choose where you're going, what objectives you do, and what order you do them in. And what you also see at the top of the screen is upgrades. And I've had this suspicion for a while. You will upgrade your suit and abilities over time, and there's also going to be like a lore catalog at the top, and I like this. Have everything in one place. Halo just needs all the lore in the game, and frankly, that's cool. I love that we have these huge open areas now. Now, the gameplay is smooth at 60 frames per second and at 4K, and what's cool is that there's a lot of small things, so brutes can throw smaller enemies at you, which is pretty cool, and Halo's always had this kind of like small quirky thing in, and I have noticed that the new weapons look like they have different styles of attachments you can maybe attach onto them. There has been rumours over the past few weeks that you will be able to attach different weapons with different attachments, which is pretty cool. Now, the brutes and the banished brutes, it looks like the armor pieces heat up as you shoot them, and they will eventually break. And the new abilities or items you can use, the shield's back, or a very new style of the shield, which I like. The grappling hook you can use in combat, but I'll get into the grappling hook in a minute. Now, the grappling hook you can use for transitions from area to area, but what I have noticed is Chief can seemingly use it to fetch smaller items to him or take him towards bigger items. So if he wants a power cell to throw at an enemy, which you can do now, which is cool, you can do that. You'll probably be able to do that with weapons. And if you notice that the grappling hook actually has a meter that rises, which means you can't use it constantly, you have to wait for it to come back, so it charges over time, which personally I think is pretty cool. And you can use yourself to bring yourself to bigger enemies, so when we have boss fights in this game, that will probably come into play where you can pull off armor pieces. Honestly, this game looks like the evolution of Halo a lot of people wanted. And the thing is, I'm going to be completely open about this. People have complained about the graphics. Personally, I know this is an older build. They've said it's an older build. And the thing is, everyone's been in lockdown for months. If everyone thought that every single demo was going to be crispy, I'd think we were wrong. There's things about this demo I liked. There's things I didn't like. I love the fact that there's all these new abilities in the game and transitions you can do. And I like that. The grappling hook has been rumoured for a while. I never knew how it would, play in the game, but it looks like they're actually going to do it justice. And the thing is, personally, I think this is the evolution the Halo game needed. Now, we haven't seen multiplayer yet, where I don't think the grappling hook will return. There has been rumours that the grappling hook won't be in the multiplayer. And it just looks like there's an emphasis on movement and you taking advantage of what you have rather than giving you just a ton of abilities. Because we didn't see any ground pound. We didn't see any, thrust charges or anything. Personally, I liked what I saw. And yes, the game will look better at launch. Ray tracing patch comes in after launch. And honestly, I liked it. I love Halo. It'll look better at launch. And the thing is, Halo fans will always clash. But that's how it is. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please hit like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Share it on social media. That'll help the channel out. And yeah, my social media tags will be in the description down below. And yeah, just try and enjoy gaming. Because, look, with everything going on in the world right now, we kind of need it. I'm out. Peace.